Hi, in this video we will see how to navigate from one page or one route to another in Flutter. In this video I will try to cover most of the navigation types in the Flutter. First we will see about the basic way of navigation in Flutter. For this we need to understand how the stack works. Stack is a data structure which is last in and first out. That is, the element or object to enter the last is the one to retrieve first. Why we are learning about stack in the Flutter navigation? This is because the basic navigation in Flutter is based on stack. Let's say we have a Flutter application with three simple pages: home, first and second. Now we have a stack with only one initial object. For the sake of simplicity, we will consider it as a page. Now it is a home page. So now the stack has one page named home. We can perform two primary operations in stack. One is push. Push is used to push the page or object into the stack, and pop to remove the last pushed page. Whatever you see is the top of the stack. Now the top of the stack is home, so we are seeing the home page. Now if you want to navigate to the first page, push the first page into the stack. Now first page is added on top of home, and now first page is top of the stack. We are seeing the first page. If we want to navigate to second page, push the second page to the stack. Now the second page is the top of the stack, so we are seeing the second page. Now if you perform the pop operation, the last pushed page will be removed from the stack. The last entered page is second, so the second page will be removed. Now the first page is top of the stack, so the first is visible. Now if you pop again, the first page is popped out. Now top is home and we will see the home page. This is basic stuff how the navigation works in Flutter. With this understanding, we will see the basic navigation in Flutter with example. We will create a Flutter project and we will create three pages: home, first and second. I am creating a new Flutter project. For people who don't know this IDE, this is Android Studio, and I am just giving the name as navigation. Just click finish. And I have this Android SDK emulator. It will be always on top. If you also wish the same, then you can do that by going more. Now go to settings and just click emulator always on top. This will make sure that the emulator will be stayed on top of all the applications. Yeah, now we have this app. Just delete all these lines of code. Create a stateful widget. I am naming it as navigation app. Here I am just copying this and pasting it here. Now I will create three more dot file. We'll name it as home, and I am creating a stateful widget again here, and I am naming this as home. I will create another dot file, and I am giving it as first stateful, and I am naming it as first, and I am creating another dot file, and this is second. And I am pasting the import statement here. I am creating another stateful widget and I am naming it as second. Now we have all the basic stuff done. Now we'll start to think about the navigation. Here I will create a basic scaffold, and body of this is container as a child. Raised button on pressed. For now I will just give an empty function, and then here child, we'll have it as text. First page, and then I will just create an app bar. Title of this is second. Now I will copy this scaffold and first the dot. I will remove this container here. Everything this looks fine. Everything is fine. I'm just renaming the second to first. instead of this raised button, just taking this raised button, creating a row. Go back to now. This is perfect. Now we'll copy the scaffold. Go to home. Replace this container with the scaffold whichever we have created. Just remove this semicolon. Here, go to first page and go back. Here, there is no go back page, so I'm just removing this because it's a home page. So I'm removing this. Let this be in row. I'm naming it as home. Now we have done our basic setup. Now instead of container, I'm creating a material app. And here we have created this application. Now if I run this application in emulator, I can able to see only the home page. Can't navigate to first, or I can't navigate to the second page. Now if I want to navigate to first or second page, this is where I want to use the navigation. Here the basic and the simple way to navigate is, here go to home dot. Here on pressed, use Navigator.push. Here it takes two parameters. One is context. We have context, and second is material page route. The material page route, we need to have a builder, and this builder we will pass in a function. This function takes a context as input params, and we will just return first page. So here we will just return the first page. Now think like we are pushing the first page to the stack. Now whenever you click go to first page, the first page will be added to the stack. That is, it is added on top of home, and you can able to see the first page, and this is on top of the stack. Go to the first page. Here on press, we will do the same stuff whatever we did here. On pressed, just Navigator.push, and here instead of first we will go to second. Now whenever you click go to second page, the second page will be pushed on top of the stack, so we can able to see the second page. Go back. Now we are pushing everything to the stack, so that now if I run this application, go to first page, we are going to the first page, go to the second page, we are going to the second page. Okay, now everything looks fine. Now how we will navigate back to first and how we will navigate back to home. This is what I have explained with stack. Here we are pushing to the stack. Now we want to pop. So whenever you pop the stack, the top element will be popped out from the stack. Now whenever we are clicking go back, just use Navigator.pop and context. And it also takes an optional parameter. We will see about that later in this video. Now we are popping the top of the stack. I'll copy this, go to the first page, and here go to the home page, enter pop. And to make it nice and clean, I will wrap this container with center. For this second as well, I will wrap this container with center. To do that, in Windows, press Alt plus Enter. You will get this, and just give wrap with center. You are done. Like that, go here, container, Alt enter, wrap with center. You are done. Now we are done with our basic navigation. I will start this application from scratch. Now we are in the home page. Now we want to go to the first page. I'm just clicking go to first page. We are in the first page. Go to second page. We are in the second page. Now if you see it as a stack, the bottom is home, on top of it is first, on top of it as second. Now if you issue the pop, the page in the top will be popped out. So if I click go to first page, we are using Navigator.pop. So we are popping the top of the stack, which is second page. So we are seeing the first page. Now if I click go to home page, we are popping the top of the stack, which is first page. So now we are seeing home. This is the basic navigation in Flutter. Now we will see how to pass data from one page to another page in Flutter. Now to pass data from one page to another page, we need to create a constructor which takes the data. So here I will try to get the data in the second page. So here what I will do is I will create a constructor. So here before creating constructor, I will create an instance variable. I will name it as data and I will declare the type as string. So string data. Now this is fine. Now const second, here it takes key, and this key we need to pass it to the super. So I'm making this as required as well. This dot data. This is a shortcut. This will assign the value to this dot data. You don't need to write one more statement inside the constructor block. You can do that in the constructor parameter itself. I'm having this initialization block here calling the super with the key. So this takes key. I will just add widget dot data. Go to first page. Here I need to pass the data in the first page. So data is passed from first page. And now I am passing this string that is passed from first page to the second page. Now I am capturing that string in the constructor and I am assigning it to the data instance variable, and I am using that instance variable using widget.data. So now we will run this application. You will see what we are getting. Go to first page. We are going to the second page. Now in the first page we are passing this data passed from first page to the second page. So here we are seeing go to first page, and in the widget.data we are seeing passed from first page. So this is how we can pass data from one page to another page. This type of navigation is fine for very simple application, but whenever your application becomes very big and whenever you want to add custom logic to navigation, or you need to add auth route, that is for some navigation route only authorized people can be able to log in. For example, you are trying to create a free application, some of the pages will appear only to the subscribed audience. So in that case, you need to write lot of conditions here, and it will be really time consuming to debug or to maintain that code. So how to do that in Flutter? There is nice and clean way to do that in Flutter, that is by using named route. We will see how to convert this application whichever we have created by using named route. So for that, first we will see about simple named route, and then we will go to onGenerateRoute. So here the main dot file, I will create a route tag. So here I will create 3 routes. One is home, this is context, and I will create another route which is first context. We are going to the first and second and context. And for the second we need to pass data, import first and second. to this dot file, rename this home to first. Now here I need to pass data passed from route. We are done creating routes. Now what we need to do is now go to home.dot and here instead of push, rename it to pushNamed, and here we no need to pass material page route. Here instead of that we need to just give the string which we have created here. So here I need to navigate to the first page, so I need to give the route \first. I have created this pushNamed and I'm going back to first. Here instead of this material page route, I will just call this string this second. It should be exactly same string whatever you gave in the route. Here instead of push method we need to use pushNamed. We can't send the information from first page because we are having these routes in the main page. We can send the data from route, but we can't send the data from first page. We will see what we are getting here. I will restart this application because we did some drastic changes. Whenever we are doing a drastic changes, hard reload may not work, so it is better to restart that application from scratch. Now go to first page. It works fine. We are in the first page. We are seeing go to second page and go to home page. Now whenever we are clicking this go to second page, we can able to see go to first page data passed from route. Because this data is passed from route, here we are calling the seconds constructor and here we are passing this data. Here this adds little bit complexity because you can't send data from pages. So how to mitigate this? We can do that with onGenerateRoute. We will see about one of the parameter which is InitialRoute. That is, whenever you have an initial route, you can't have home attribute. The InitialRoute is \, and here instead of home, I am changing it to /. As I said, whenever you are using InitialRoute, you should not use a home. So I am removing the home. Now, restarting the application. Go back, navigation. Now go to first page. This is perfectly fine. Go to second page, data passed from route, and go back to home page. Now we have learned about how to do a simple navigation and how to create named route, and also we have seen how to pass data from one page to another page. onGenerateRoute. Here instead of routes, I can use onGenerateRoute. For this I will create a dot file, route generator. So now I will create a class named route generator. I will create a function named generateRoute. So here this generateRoute takes settings, that is out settings. So here making it a static so that we don't need to create an instance variable for this route generator. We can access that by using the class name. So I'm making it a static, and for now the return type is dynamic because I'm not sure what type I'm going to return from each and every page. So I'm sticking to the dynamic type. I will name this as generateRoute. You can name this anything as you wish. Settings as settings. Arguments, because this is what you will pass from one page to another page. Here I'm getting this args equal to settings dot arguments. This settings will have arguments, and now we have this arguments with us. Now we need to route to different pages based on the settings.name. We can do that with if statement, but I believe switch is more suitable for this, so I am using switch statement here. So switch settings dot name. I have created this switch block. First one is empty \. This is home page or initial route. Here the initial route is return material page route. It is creating a function and I'm returning home. This is done. I know now I am not passing anything to this home function, so I am not using this setting.arguments. Now we'll navigate to the first page, which is case first, return material page route, builder case. I'll use this second. We need to pass arguments to this second page. So here I will make use of this arg. We know this arguments is of string type, so I will have this nice check whether this argument is of string type. So if args is string, return material page route, builder second data. This is just args. Now if the argument is not string, or if the argument is null, now we need to show some error page. So I'm creating an error page here. So for creating error page, I'm creating a static function, because we can have only static function inside another static function. So I am declaring it as static route dynamic. This is also a dynamic data type, and error route. I am returning the material page route, builder, anonymous function. I need to write more than one line, so I am having this parenthesis, and return scaffold body. I'm just using the center to make it nice and clean, and the child is text. This text as error page or anything what you wish. Now if the args is empty, we will just simply return this handle error route. If we have a route which is not matching with any of this route whichever we have declared, we can even have a default case like how we will have usually in a switch condition. So default it to return handle error route. To the people who are not familiar with this underscore and dot, this underscore and dot symbolizes that this is a private function, so that you can't access this function outside this class. Now go to main.dot. Here just get rid of this routes. We will call this route generator, which we have created, generator, and we have created a static function named GenerateRoute. Now we are done. Here we are getting error in the GenerateRoute. This is because we are missing a semicolon here as well. I'll go first. Now in addition to second, just have arguments in this, just pass the string. Here we will pass it as data passed from the first page. Perfect. We will revisit whatever we have done. We have created an initial route, and whenever we are creating initial route, we should not have home attribute. We remove that home tag. On GenerateRoute, we have created a route generator, so we will have all the route logic here. In the route logic, we wrote what page we need to navigate for each and every route. Restart this application, go to first page. This correctly navigates to the first page, and go to second page. We are seeing the data passed from first page to the second page. It is data passed from this first page. Here, go to first page. We are having this text, and we are passing this arguments. And if you go and see in routes.generator, settings.arguments has that string. So here we have the settings.arguments assigned to this args, and we are checking here if args is string, and we are passing this to the second page constructor. And now what happens if we pass some invalid data? We will do that. Now go to home. Now instead of first, I will just add some irrelevant route. Go to first page, go to home page. Now we have it in the first page. Now we are in the home page. When I click this, I got error page because there is no route with the name first DSF. SF. So this is nice and clean way where you can manage all the error in the route generator. Redo these changes and go to the first dot. Here instead of passing the string, I'm passing as number. Now go to first page, this looks fine, and go to second page. Now we got error because this argument is no longer a string data type, because of which we are getting error. And now we can able to pass data from one route to another route. Now we have learned about the navigation. Now if you want to return data from one page to another page, that is when you are popping out a page from stack, you want to return a data, how we can do this? Now I have this app, go to first page. Here I will try to get data from second. So for that I will remove this Navigator.pushNamed. I will create a private function. I will name it as Navigate return data, and this takes context because we need to pass context to the Navigator.pushNamed, and we will make it as a sync. So I will just copy and paste this. Here I will make this as await, and I will assign this to a dynamic data type, because we know in the route I am declaring it as dynamic data type, so everything fits in this route, and I am naming it as return data. Now here I will create a instance variable and I will make it as dynamic data type. I will name this instance variable as result, and I make this as not visited. And here go back to home page, go to second page. We will add one line here. Second page not visited. We are using set state to set the result. I will call this function. Now whenever we are returning to the first page, you need to pass the string. We are passing this visited. Restart this application and go to first page, second page not visited already. And this we are getting because button exits the page, so we are getting this. So what I will do is I'll go to first sub row, I will make this column. I will restart this application, go to first page and go to second page not visited already. This is because here we have this result as not visited and we didn't get anything returned from second because we haven't visited the second page. So when I click this go to second page, I have visited the second page. Now when I come back from second page, I can able to see this value got changed, second page already visited. So by this way you can return value from one page to another page. Now go to first page. Now you can able to see, go to second page not visited already. Here we have this not visited. Now I'm going to the second page. Now instead of clicking this button, I'm just clicking the back button. Return data is coming as null. So in production application, we might not really want to use this back button for some pages. So how we can remove this functionality? That is, if you're clicking the back button, that is the device back button, you should not return back to the page. Now go to the second page, wrap the scaffold. I'm using Alt plus Enter, wrap with widget. Here I'm using this widget, will pop scope. Here this will pop scope as a parameter, that is on will pop. Here on will pop, we will use this future dot value false. Now go to first page, go to second page not visited already, and now if you click this back button, we can't go back to the second page. Now if you click this also, we can't go to the first page. This is nice and clean way by which you can remove the back button functionality which is available in the device. Now if I click this go back to the first page, I can able to see second page visited already. Hi, if you like this video, I have a full 5 hours course on Dart for absolute beginners on Udemy. You can avail those courses for very cheap rate. I also posted the course link and the coupon code in the description. And if you really like this content and you want to see more content like this, then subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing.